Okay, so we're talking about memorizing the fretboard and some tools that you can use using the circle of fifths. Now, if you don't know what the circle of fifths is, essentially, if if you're playing a C major scale, the fifth degree of that scale is going to be a G. If you're playing a G major scale, the fifth degree or fifth note is going to be D. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, C, D, E, F, G, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And if you keep stacking fifths up, you're going to get back to C. So if you go this way, it's fourths. C, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, so the guitar is tuned in fourths, and what we like to do is imagine. I'll start with this one on the bottom here. This is your low E string, and then this would be your low A string. This is open. Can be our nut. Then our D, our G, our B, and our E. And if we look here, we start at E. That follows that fourth pattern. 1, E, A, D, G, D, G, G, C. We go G to B. That's because from G to B is not a perfect fourth. It's a major sixth. Major third. So now that's a perfect fourth. And then C to F would be a perfect fourth. And we know that E and E are the same string, so we know this is F, and we can continue around. B flat. The next is E flat. The next is A flat. And so how do we get to this next string? Well, if you just know how to, there's A flat, what's the fourth up from A flat? It's D flat. See? And then the G flat. And then these two are the same strings. G flat. And then we can start noticing patterns. After G flat, we get to a B. And now we got an octave pattern. We're back to B, A. And so we got an octave here, an octave there, an octave here, an octave there. Remember if you're confused, if you're just using the circle of fifths to do this, remember this shift here, you jump the fourth to that. So A to D, and then we got another octave pattern, but you'll notice this is shifted. Instead of having one fret in between, two strings down and 2 frets over, once we get to the D strings, it's 2 strings down and 3 frets over. And following that same pattern, we get another octave, and so on. So G, C, F, and then we're just repeating. So what I would suggest, and you can do this: first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, sixth fret, seventh fret, eighth fret, ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And usually on guitars, you're going to have a double dot, and you'll have a dot on the third, the fifth, the seventh, and the ninth, and you got a gap there. So another thing I really encourage you to do is just walk up the major scale: C, D, and then we got an E, and we got an F, G, A, B, and so that started over. This is a whole octave. So you can get these just by Googling, blank fretboard. Somebody will let you print them off. Get you some of these printed off and work through this. Do it linearly. So like this. E, and then we know F, then we got G, A, B, C, D, E, and an F, and we know that that's a 12th. That's the 12th fret because it started over. Do it with all the strings, and then do it. Alternate doing it between linear and then fifths and fourths, and that's a good way to help you memorize the frets, the notes on the fretboard.